Packers, the Buccaneers, and that's one we're starting with because who would have thought when they made the schedule, Aaron Rodgers versus Tom Brady, that we'd be talking about the defenses and the backup wide receivers because these quarterbacks are missing a lot of key guys. Ready for this injury report? This is a long one, and it's dealing with mostly at the wide receiver position. Leonard Fournette is expected to play, dealing with that hamstring injury. But oh boy, look at this receiving core mash unit for both of these rosters. Godwin, Julio Jones, most likely out. Todd Bowles did say on Friday that Cole Beasley could play if needed. They just signed him this week. But Gage and Perryman and Miller are all expected to play at this point, but we might not know until Sunday their full status. And don't forget Mike Evans is also out with the one-game suspension. For the Packers, we could be looking at a lot of Romeo Doubs, Alan Lazard, Sammy Watkins, Christian Watson, and Randall Cobb all dealing with some sort of injury. So we'll see what the case is here for these guys. So let's talk about the quarterbacks here. Dave, this is your game.
Yay. You like the injury note?
Everyone. Yep. It really is. Donovan Smith also did not practice on Friday, but Todd Bowles saying that was more of a rest situation. So starter sits Tom Brady, but we'll probably say the same thing about Aaron Rodgers. The DFS plays Rashad Perryman, and the top prop is A.J. Dillon over 2.5 receptions at plus 112. So let's talk about this one here. So sit Brady, sit Rodgers. Who do you have more confidence in?
I have more confidence in Rodgers, but it's not by a lot because he's not going to have three of his top receivers. In fact, you heard Matt LaFleur say on Friday that Romeo Doubs is, quote, going to have to take more of a load this week. It means that Romeo Doubs is going to be on the field potentially every single snap, and they might have to use more two tight end sets as well. It makes me nervous to trust either quarterback because of all the injuries that they have, but at least Aaron Rodgers has two running backs that he can lean on through the air, whereas Tom Brady really only has the one, and it could be a slow-paced game both ways. It makes me nervous about both quarterbacks.
This feels like a 10-6 game with the way that the Bucs defense has played, and obviously with the guys who are missing for Tampa Bay. Adam, from the A.J. Dillon standpoint, Dave says they have two running backs. Obviously, Dillon's been very good in one game, a little mediocre in the second game. Is this going to be a good game for A.J. Dillon?
I actually think he's a must start. I think he's going to catch more passes than he did last week. I think they're going to run the ball. Both teams are going to run the ball a lot. I'm probably higher on Dillon than you guys are. I'm with Team Heath over there. I like Dillon a lot. I just think he's got to be a major focal point. And the Bucs' run defense, I still believe in it. It's been one of the best in the league for 3 straight years, but they don't have Ndamukong Suh anymore, and they don't have Akeem Hicks this week. So, they might be a little bit vulnerable. Give me A.J. Dillon as a start this week.
Okay. I think he will be in a lot of people's minds. Look, I don't love him. He's a bust candidate in start and sit. But I do think, though, for me, a lot of my rosters, I've started him just because of how I drafted him and the expectations. It's probably going to come down to, does he score?